Okay, same map, but a slightly different scenario. And this scenario is actually the most common that I come across when I'm playing TVPs. The first mine, my initial mine, did get to his mineral line and did some damage, but I'm still behind in workers. And he immediately rushed out an observer, which is the most common response to this, and was able to hold off any additional mines. The difference being, this time he does something very smart, which is probably what most Protoss you play are going to do, especially once you get into Diamond and above. They're going to have this 3 pylon setup at the natural. And if you engage these pylons with your army, you're going to die. You're going to get wrecked. Game over. You do not want to engage the pylons. And if they're good, they'll have their mothership core right here. And they will be able to apply the pylon overcharge right when you get in here. Now, because of this, what you want to do if you see this 3 pylon setup, no matter if you can see the mothership core or not, because sometimes they can hide it here, like I said. As soon as you see this 3 pylon setup, as you bring your Marine Marauder army up the ramp, you spot it, you want to immediately stem and run into his main. Because then you can target down. He's not, since his pylons are here, that means that he doesn't have very many pylons in his main. Probably only 1 or 2. So you can easily target down 1 pylon, you can take care of his mothership core, and if you have to come back here and destroy things later, you'll be able to without the fear of pylon overcharge. So let's watch this play out here. My medvac should probably be behind here. It's kind of vulnerable in that position, so I see the situation here. We got 3 of those pylons up. They're going to defend the natural easily, so we decide to bypass those pylons, go into the main. I see that this pylon right here is being overcharged, so I stay back, pick off tech buildings, then move forward and pick this pylon off. As you see, the pylon overcharge was wearing off. He decides to try to mineral lock his probes, but then realizes they were all going to die. And if you can get to this mothership core, he's going to try his best to keep it alive. But if you can get to it, try to pick it off. But I know better than to follow him down the ramp. I'm trying to get all of these additional troops up the ramp before he can pylon overcharge and pick off the reinforcements. So I'm targeting down pylons 1 at a time. I'm trying to keep, like, you notice I'm kind of in a position here. I want to stay right here because I know that he cannot overcharge pylons unless he gets his mothership core here. So if I stay between the pylons and his mothership core at all times, he's not going to be able to defend this position. He's going to have to rely on whatever he has as natural, which is going to be almost nothing. So just kind of like it's game, trying to go back and forth between trying to pick off the mothership core and killing his base. And this is a great position because he's not going to be able to get to anything over here without going through my Marines first and, you know, inevitably dying. So that's pretty much GG. I think he does spam some pylons in desperation. Let's watch it play out here. So I'm picking off buildings. And he does have some adepts he's warped in. He's hoping that he could possibly hold, but obviously the game is over at this point. I go ahead and I clean up what's left here. I know he has these pylons here still, and I know his mothership core is still alive, so I don't want to engage until I have a really nice, beefy Marine Marauder army here, so I can go in and just pick off everything immediately with stim. And at this point, I think I do stim down the ramp, and see he's trying to spam pylons here, so kind of some bad micro. There we go. Get down the ramp, pick off all the pylons before they finish. And so my army is so large right now, it doesn't matter what happens, I'm going to win. He does throw down his pylon overcharge, but now I have enough DPS where I don't have to worry about it so much. I do back up. It's good to back up away from it. Probably could have done an even better job of avoiding the pylon overcharge there. So I'm just picking off his production buildings and moving in for the kill. And that's GG.